Hello and welcome. Next I'd like to show you that how to replace this Toyota Corolla cars, this seat belt, that red locking part, what is in that position. And this idea is same in both sides, like in this passenger side, front passenger, or then this driver's side. And first step is to take that seat away, but before of that, because we have this airbag in this our car, we need to deactivate that airbag system. And here we can see also this warning message in here that airbag is there, and that's we need to go in next cars, this engine area, to deactivate this airbag system. And this deactivation happens so that I take this battery's minus cable away. And by the way, we can see in here that there is airbag in this seat side area. I think that it is just in that area in here. Okay, and then we go to look this car's battery. Okay, and here we are in this car's engine area, and there is this battery, and I need to take this minus cable away, and for that job I need 10mm French, 10mm, and it fits in here. And then I rotate these parts away, and cable is away, and then I need cotton cloth, like protective things, that this is like resistant material, that there is no any possibility between contact, that battery base and then this cable. And then I have also a couple of rubber gloves, and I insert also these parts in here. Okay, and now deactivation, this airbag deactivation is almost ready, but I need to wait 10 minutes that all electricity is away in those airbag systems. 1 and 0 minutes. And then we wait 10 minutes, and actually I wait, and then I continue the job. Okay, 10 minutes coffee break, and then we continue. Okay, and now when I continue that job, what I need next step is to take this seat away, and there is first task that when we look in that rear area, where is this seat's rear area, I need to take this rubber covers out, and in that way this part opens, and use gloves. And then there is second is a little bit far away in there, and it opens so that I use my hand, and in that way it opens also. Okay, and then we can see first bolt what we can open. And for that job we need socket, what size is 14mm, and it fits in here. And then if we use a little bit longer bars, it is easier to open. And then I take my wrench, and then I only open these bolts, and then I can rotate my hand. And then when I open these bolts, it's good to first loosen all of this bolt, almost open, but it is wise to let this bolt in this position so long that we have opened all bolts. And then then we have this next bolt, what is in there, and let's look that closer. Okay, and there is this next bolt, and for that job I need again same size tool. There is this bolt. I open also that bolt. That way. Okay. Okay, now a little bit. And it takes a little bit time to open that bolt, because this is the most difficult bolt to open. And now it's almost free. Good. And then we have next part, and in that position it's good to move that bench in that another position, that we can see these bolts in here, and also in this bolt in here, in that position. And then I take my tool, and here is this bolt, and there is this my tool, and now I use a little bit longer bar, because it is now easier to open, because my tool is in that position. Okay, and then I open that. And now when we are in this front line bolts, I can take these bolts away in that way. And let's look closer. And now I take this first bolt away, and it looks like that. This is specific Toyota's high quality, high endurance bolt for seats. This is not standard bolt, and we can get new bolts in Toyota dealership, and they are similar. Okay, and then there was this second, and now I move that little bit in here, and then I insert. Let's go to look that closer. In there. There's this position. Yes, in there. It is nicely. It fits just in there. Okay, good. Then I take my tool. Then only a little bit hand movement. Okay, now it opens. Good, little bit hand rotation. And now this bolt is open. And now in same time this seat moves. It moves in this kind of position, like in up position, and then we can go to look in here down, because we need to open a couple of cables, and this cable is like high explosive bomb cable, because this is airbag cable for the seats, this side area in here. In here is this airbag, and there is document that side airbag, and this is the cable for change this explosion and fire command, and that's I need to take this cable away. And in Toyota way this is yellow, but it is easy to open, so that I press that white area, and then warning message. We have to be disarm this airbag system, and please check that this battery minus cable is away, and that's, let's go to check that again, because there is so high risk that if battery is in position, that we can suddenly in mistaken way explode that airbag to directly my head. And when this airbag explodes, it is like shotgun fire in here. And if you have ever tested what shotgun bullets feels, then you can say that how nice it is, or actually it is not nice, I can believe. Okay, and then we go to engine area, check battery again. Okay, and here we are again, and again I check that is there everything fine, that there is no any cable in here, good, no any cable, and then we can go to back this seat area. Okay, and now we are back in here, and there is this cable, and let's look in that area. And then when I am planning to open that, I need to press that white area in here, in this central point, in this white area, in the central point in here, and then I only pull out that cable in that way. First in. Let's look at how it actually. Okay, actually I need to move that. It moves in that way, and then it opens. Yes, it moves. Very interesting. This is like Toyota way, because this is security thing. Again, this opening, and now when this is away, I can take also that back seat bolt in that one. I can also open that. Okay, this now I use my hand. Okay, now this bolt is free, good, and then I do so that I move that seat in this front position, and then we can go to look that real bolt. This is also good to take away. Okay, now this seat is, all bolts are free, and then I can move that seat a little bit again, this rear position. I press, and now this seat is quite free. Looks good. There is this airbag cable. And then there is one cable left, and this cable is this. Or is this that position? Let's go to look. There is this one this electric heater cable, and it's there. Let's look closer. This electric heater, and it's in here, and when I press that area and pull out, this cable opens. Actually it was quite loosened in that way, and then when I pull out, okay, and let's now it seems that it is a little bit stuck. Normally this opens easily. Okay, interesting, quite difficult. Okay, I work a little bit. Okay, now I managed to open it. It was interesting, difficult to open. Press in here and then pull out. Okay, now it's free. And now this is like car heater package. And then I have to take, because this cable is now in there, and I need to take that cable out in here. I need to little bit take this tape away in here, because now I can't otherwise take this seat out. Next I take this part away, and then we continue. Okay, and now this cable is free, and there was actually a little bit tape in there. And now this full seat is free. That I can start to move that out, and next I will do that. Okay, and now I am planning to take that seat totally out, and it is in there in that way, and then I only carefully lift out the seat. Okay. Okay. And there is this position, tools, seat position, rear seat, and here we have this seat, what is now away. Okay, and then when we are planning to install this seat back, remember that there is those holes in this front area, and in this seat there is metallic pikes in here and in here, what we need to set up first. And there is this rear bolt and rear bolt, and then we have to be careful with these cables that we don't damage those. And then I show that what is this pike in here. When we looked a little bit, there is that kind of metallic spike what goes in this hole. And then when we look in here down area, we can see that there are seats and cables, and also connector in here for this heater, and this ABS cable goes in here down, and in that area we have then this seat belt lock system. Okay, and then I like to show that how to replace this seat belt locking system, what is in there. And first it's good to rotate this seat in position that it is easy to open that bolt. And I lift that seat a little bit better position. Okay, and then now I have insert that seat in that kind of position, and it's like they're standing in this mattress, and there we have this seat belt locking system, and I need to open that bolt, and for that job I need 14mm socket what fits in here in that way. And then I take my tool that I can open that bolt, and this bolt is a little bit tight, but now it opens. And then I can use my fingers, and there we have a specific bolt, and then there is this seat belt lock system, and we can replace that if this is stuck. And remember, there is plate in here. And then when I install that back in here, installation back goes so that remember this side, and this belt they are two side, right side and left side. And then remember these two bolts in here, that this lock seat belt lock part goes in that way, this area, and then bolt in there that way. And then when it's fine, I take my tool in here, and I take my tool, and first I fasten that bolt, and then I need this torque French tool, because this tool makes this bolt to right force. And I insert my socket in here, and then I need to insert in here 60 Newton meters. I rotate that, and there's 50 and 60, and it's about 45 lbf is this amount, and then I insert that in here, and then when this tool says click, force is okay, and let's look that when it says click. Okay, now it's click, and now this bolt is enough tight, 60, and then I check that is this seat belt lock moving, and everything is fine, and then I can start to install that seat back. Okay, and then when I am planning to install that seat back, it happens so that we check that everything is clear there, and then I only lift that seat, so that I take the hand in here and in here, and then carefully I lift that here, and then we have to be carefully, because there are those cables, those cables are okay, that we don't damage those cables, and let's look those next. Okay, and then when I move that seat, I have to be carefully that I don't damage these cables, because they are really sensitive, especially this ABS cable, and this part is really, we have to be really carefully, and we need to lift up the seat in that kind of position. Let's look closer that it is a little bit up here in that way. This is best position. Look, this way. Now it's nicely, and in that position we can nicely install these cables back. And first one was this electric cable, and second is this ABS, and I start this job in ABS, and then remember, when we press that down, this is Toyota's click sound, listen. And it is so nice, it is sound of quality. Listen again, because Toyota use that sound, and I take closer view. We can hear that better. They are good. And then I open that way, and again listen the sound of quality. And this is important, that this sound comes, because then it means that now this connection is tight and okay. Okay, now listen. Yes. And then we have this second cable what goes in there, and it goes in that way, that it goes only one way. Toyota's cables are in that way. And then click again, listen. Yes, I like that Toyota quality. Okay, now when cables are okay, next step is that I need to little bit carefully insert that down, and then I need to focus this metallic pike, these holes. Okay, and it happens so that I insert that down, and then I little bit move that I can manage to get these pikes in these holes. Little bit lift, and also in here, look, the down area, I control that this area is nice, and then when I manage to get this first one in this position, this great success. Okay, now it went excellent, and then we check that can we see this hole. It is not yet in there. That's I need to little bit move that, because I need to see this. Okay, but in here I can see that this is like there is this hole, and it is important. And then I take my bolt, and this all bolts are similar, and then I carefully move that little bit that I can get one bolt is in position. And look, I use my hand. Okay, now it's well, good. And then I come back in here, this starting point, and now I take this seat moving mechanism, and I am okay. Now this bolt is in position. Let's look, and I move that seat in all time in here, in that way. And this is, and then next bolt, and I insert that here. Okay, and now bolt is there. It is in there, and I rotate that bolt. Good, it is nicely. It is not yet in totally well, but quite okay. And then there is this that second, and now it is in wrong position. Okay. And now when it is wrong position, I move that seat so that I little bit lift that up in here, this down area, that I can control. I can control this. Now it moves. Now I need to insert that bolt in right position, because now it's in wrong. It is wrong position, and now there is situation that I need to, because this is now in wrong position, I need to move that seat movement up, and then same time I move that. Okay, now there is this hole, and bolt is here, and I insert the bolt back. Okay, now it's, and this is a little bit tight, and I use my socket and my wrench. Okay, now it's quite nicely. This Toyota's bolts moves easily, and this is like I need to fasten that later, and then I have one bolt left. This is okay, and then I move that my bench in here, and then we are. This bolt is okay. There is one bolt left. That one. Okay. And for that job, let's look that. This is okay. There is that area. Good. And now I need to little bit lift that, because there is this hole and there is bolt. And a little bit lift that I can find this hole. And okay. And now it's in hole. And then I need to only move. And it is easier to install this bolt if I little bit that sheet metallic bar up in that way, and then I rotate, because this is difficult. Good. And then I take my 14mm socket and I start to fasten. Good. And then I take a little bit longer bar. It is easier to fasten. In that way. Now I have longer tool, and then my next task is to fasten that bolt tight and that bolt tight, and then in here up this bolt tight and that bolt tight, and then we continue. This takes a couple of minutes time. Okay, and now seat is in position, and then final step is to fasten these bolts well, and that I have in here my socket, and there is my friends, and then when I fasten that in, let's look how I do it in that way. And when I am fastening this, I keep one hand in here, that hand, and then second fasten. Okay, and then final step, when I have fastened all of these 3 bolts, final step is to be professional and use Togue Friends tool and set up in here 60 Newton meters, or in LBF it is 45. And then I change my tool, and then when this tool says click, everything is fine. Okay, and now it says, and then I check also this another in here, little bit movement. Okay, now there's 60, and then also that rear, this bolt. Now I need to move that bench that I can. Okay, good. Now I can adjust that bolt. Okay, sorry. And there is this my tool. And in here I can use shorter tool, and I wait this click. Okay, now it's 60, good. And then there is one bolt in there left, what I need to fasten next. Okay, and now all bolts are in right Togue Friends amount, and final step is to insert these covers back, and it happens so that this goes in here, so that way. Now it's in position, and then this final one, I take that one, and this one goes in there also, in same idea. Okay, and now this work is ready, and thank you for watching that video.